the opportunity to address this important committee on a very important topic to the Jewish and the wider community. The Australian Jewish Association is a national organisation. We have thousands of members. Many of them are in New South Wales. We are also the largest Jewish organisation in Australia on social media, with well over 100,000 followers on the different platforms. And because of this reach, we are often the first point of call when people experience anti-Semitism, and we are also often the target of anti-Semitism ourselves. The first charges under Operation Avalite relate to alleged offences against myself and others at AJA. Since October 7, anti-Semitism has surged in New South Wales to alarming levels. Statistics show there has been a rise of hundreds of percent, and New South Wales has significantly more incidents than any other state. There are three main sources. Far-right extremists. This is a long-standing concern, perhaps the most long-standing of the three, but it is mostly on the margins of society. Far-left activists. This includes university encampments and political groups which have mainstreamed anti-Semitism under the guise of so-called anti-Zionism. And most worryingly, Islamic anti-Semitism, where some religious figures have glorified terrorism. We are not aware of any major Islamic leader in Australia who has publicly and unequivocally condemned the October 7 attacks. We've even seen some fringe groups which claim Jewish identity being used to legitimize anti-Semitism from the other sources above. These groups are minuscule, there's many of them, but they're also very loud. You may even hear from some. University campuses, especially Sydney University, have become hostile places for Jewish students. Staff and unions have often failed to protect Jewish members. Social cohesion in New South Wales is under serious threat. The riot at the Sydney Opera House was not a reaction to Israel's military response. It took place well before Israel had responded. It was a celebration of terrorism. We've seen synagogues, homes, schools, and even a daycare centre targeted. AJA has heard from Jewish people who now avoid Sydney's CBD or remove visible signs of Jewish identity out of fear. Jewish institutions resemble fortresses. Schools need armed guards. Families pay for private security to guard their bar mitzvahs and other celebrations. The cost of safety to our community is enormous. And I'll just finish on a personal note. My wife gave birth 8 months ago. We wanted to hold a small celebration for the community at our local synagogue. We were required to hire armed guards as part of the policy of the synagogue. Now, the cost wasn't a major concern for us, but what it is a symptom of societal failure. Countless families who just want to celebrate their family's joyful milestones are forced to incur this cost because people want to harm us. And there's no other community that I know of in Australia that requires this sort of armed protection just to have a little gathering and celebrate.
We make 5 key recommendations. Number 1, stop funding anti-Semitic individuals and organisations. New South Wales taxpayers should not be subsidising hate. Cutting funds to arts and religious organisations that spread hate will have the added benefit of saving New South Wales taxpayers a large amount of money. Number 2, implement the IRA anti-Semitism definition, particularly in schools and universities. In addition, the definition has been adopted at a federal and a state level on a bipartisan basis, but for it to be meaningful, it must be implemented. Number 3, rein in local councils. They are not foreign ministries. Anti-Semitic boycott motions only divide communities. Several councils, including Canterbury Bankstown and the City of Sydney, have engaged in these stunts which waste ratepayers' funds. The Minister for Local Government needs to intervene. Number 4, continue assistance with security costs. It is vital and greatly appreciated by the entire Jewish community. While the Jewish community will continue to shoulder the bulk of the financial burden, when the government assists, it shows us that we are not alone. Our friends in the New South Wales Jewish Board of Deputies and the CSG are the ones to liaise with on the specifics. Number 5, introduce anti-BDS legislation to ensure public funds don't support those promoting anti-Semitic and discriminatory boycotts. Anti-BDS legislation exists in the vast majority of the US states, and the laws pose no issue with the robust free speech protections in place in the US. Anti-Semitism is not just a Jewish problem. It is a social cohesion problem. New South Wales must act decisively. Thank you.
Thank you.